Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be working on the roommate's Jeep again. It is heavily neglected when it comes to painting. You can see over here it's got all kinds of phosphate junk on it, and it's got phosphate underneath it, and it's got phosphate on the bumpers. It's just, you know, it's his job, and I mean, it's just, you look at it and it just, you know, ugh. So today we're going to take the time to clean this thing up. As we get through certain points, I'll tell you what we're doing. And we're going to start off with the frame on this thing, and hopefully we can get something going there. Work our way through. We're going to use on the paint a product that smells like a combination of marijuana, skunk, and butt, but it works well. So hopefully that'll demetal or take some of the garbage out of it, and then we're going to clean it, and then we're going to put on a product called graphene, which is supposed to be better than ceramic. And I believe it. I use it on my Jeep, and boy, my Jeep I cleaned my Jeep earlier today and it took 10 minutes. I mean, I soaked it down, washed it off, and boom, it was done. I had one or two little bugs that I had to scrub on, and that was it. So, works really well. So, come on with us, and we're going to speed up a lot of this. So first product we're going to use is called Orange Crush. These are all car candy products. Car candy is made in Lakeland, Florida, and it's really good stuff. They're great local people, nice people. I'm actually talking to them, hoping one day I can represent their product for them. So we're going to take this to the frame as best we can. We're using 100% concentration, as dirty as this thing is. Okay, we're going to save some of that for the engine here in a couple minutes. And now we're going to break out a pressure washer option. Well, now I'm soaking wet, so that's lovely. It's always the fun part about doing this. So that was the orange treatment across the bottom. I'm going to go back and I'm going to do the engine real quick before I start cleaning the vehicle, because there's two thoughts on that. If I do it first, I'm going to get the car dirty. If I do it first, I got to leave the car running. We're going to do other things first. So I'll just wipe it all off when we do the engine. If we get there today, we might not get there today. So the next step is going to be the foam cannon. And this is another car candy product called Green Apple. I don't even know if they sell it anymore. I've had it for quite a while. Works really good. So we're going to spray the car down with this, let it soak for a minute, then we're going to rinse it off. Then we're going to go do the next step. we're gonna let that soak for a few minutes and then we'll be right back. All right, so we've let that soak to the point of, well, it's all dry now, so we're gonna get that off real quick. And forget the old brush washer. Put the big stick on, put this on. Then we get to use the smelly stuff. Not good. Alright, so after a short Mountain Dew break, we went and got the Eliminator. It's iron and decon remover. And basically it was described to me as almost like clay bar in a bottle. I don't know. We used it before and it seemed to make a little bit of difference, so we're going to use it again. Okay, so we're out of that. It smells terrible. It's supposed to change color, and here you can see it. I don't know if I can bring the camera in enough to see it. Is that my big head in the way? Anyway. We also ran out of it before we got the whole thing done, but let's set this up like we're a real photographer, why don't we? If you look right there, you can hopefully see that the paint has some purple in it now, and that's what it's supposed to do. So we're gonna let that do its thing for a couple of minutes. We've got to be kind of careful here in the Florida sun. We don't want it to sit too much in the sun. Fortunately, the sunniest side is where we ran out, so I kind of knew that was going to happen, but yeah, so while we're waiting for that, we're going to do some chocolate thunder on the wheels. Chocolate Thunder's been a great product. It's acid free, but I will say that it has non-acid wheel and tire cleaner. It has eaten the center of my caps on my Jeep. I've got White Rhino, or Black Rhino is the name of the brand, and it's eaten the white on the inside, so it's not without potential. But I also been using it straight on in situations like that because it was super muddy. So they say to do it like 4 to 1. I think when I screwed it up, it was probably straight up. So I say put this on, let it sit for a couple of minutes. On these wheels, to tell you the truth, the roommate's probably going to have to get out here with his scrub brush and scrub these tires to make them look nice, because I'm only so nice a guy for him pulling some weeds. Cutting and buffing ain't part of that deal. Now we're going to let the Chocolate Thunder sit for about 2 minutes. And then rinse that all off, rinse off all the other stuff, and then we'll start really washing it down with a brush. We'll put the cannon back on, soak it all down, do it that way. This vehicle is just covered in phosphate, and if you've ever dealt with phosphate, it's bad stuff. My next door neighbor actually used to work out of the mines, and when he retired, he had to have his truck repainted because of it. So it's real caustic. It's real important you take good care of it, for sure. Okay, well that only took forever to switch hoses, so you know, we're probably going to have to redo everything. So here we go. That's the first part. Okay, so what we're going to do next before we finish our cleaning up and check everything, I'm going to let air dry just a little bit, make sure I didn't miss anything, because God, this thing's dirty. While we're doing that, I'm going to clean the engine up a little bit and show you how I clean an engine on a newer vehicle. Because with computers, you have to be real careful. The nice thing about a Jeep like this is extremely careful. You can lay it right back on itself and you got plenty of working room. Let's get that soap. Now, if you're still watching, I sure would appreciate it if you'd go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Give it a like, ring that little bell down there and everything, just ding ding and makes annoying noises and lets you know when there's a new one out. Building the channel's doing really well. I got a lot of great subscribers, but yeah, I need more, so thanks for everybody that has. So here again, the engine's a lot like the rest of it. It's just covered in garbage, and I'm not going to get in here and spray this down. I just want it to not be dirty if we have to service it, basically. So I'm not going to go crazy on it. Because number one, my roommate worked in automotive for a while, and he's like, "You're never supposed to clean engines. Computers will blow up." If you've ever had that happen, let me know. Put down in the comments how you ever clean your engine. You ever have to deal with a vehicle that's covered in phosphate? Oof, hey. So, one of the good things about cleaning an engine is if you can get to the really tight spots. And this engine's not real conducive to that. There's only a couple of places where you can get down in. But, you know, if you can get down into the spots, below your valve covers and stuff like that. Spray those. You can tell if you got a problem. Spray down there a little bit. Try to get down in here a little bit, make sure everything's good and clean. I just changed oil on this thing not long ago. If you check that video out, that's actually been a spectacular video. It was called I put the wrong oil in, and apparently people like that title. But anyway, I actually put what I consider the right oil in. So we'll be right back. Alright, so we let that soak for a little bit, and I'm not just going to grab the hose and get all crazy with it. I'm actually going to start the vehicle. Now it's going to get me wet, but what that does is that keeps all the electronics moving. And yeah, I guess you could deal with a potential water arc if you got a bad leak, but hey, if you got that kind of leak, you're going to find out in the rain if you live in Florida. So basically what we're doing is we're just keeping everything running, make sure it's all sparking through and everything, and we can hear if any problems happen. So we'll wash it down real quick that way with some light water. There's no doubt that paint's still got quite a bit of contamination in it, and it wouldn't surprise me with once it's dry if I still find some spots that I gotta go back and spot clean, because it's just insane. We're gonna take a break for a couple minutes. You don't need to see us drying this thing off. We're gonna get it all dried off, and then we're gonna pull it into the garage and work on putting some kind of wax on it. I was gonna put the graphene on it. I may still. That's probably the easiest thing to put on it. The graphene's pretty expensive, and I've got some leftover hybrid ceramic, so I may use that. I don't know. We're going to deal with it here in a few minutes. We'll be back. It's all cleaned up. We're going to end up using some car candy hybrid wax, but I've got a little bit of the old McGuire ceramic wax left over, so we're going to start with that and get rid of it. And this will take a little bit longer to do than the other stuff, but honestly, what's your favorite kind of wax to use? Tell me down in the comments. I'd be curious to know. Are you a carnauba kind of person, or a synthetic kind of person? Some natural thing that comes from the bees of rare Zimbabwe or something. Alright, so I think that's where we're going to call it. We actually had just enough to get through. So if you want to know any of the products I used, leave me a message, leave me a note, whatever, comment. And from here, we're just going to go back, wipe off all the wax. We got to do a little work to the top. I noticed when I climbed up there that it's got some dirt on it. So I'm actually going to get a ladder out on that one. And yeah, we'll clean that up and try to get a coat of wax on it too. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. As I've said before, if you would, please subscribe, like the channel, check out my other videos. Please check out my other channel. I got a channel called An Average Car Guy Reviews. Right now, that's got a really cool pair of GT40s from the American Muscle Car Museum on it, and a 1931 SS Airline, which was the predecessor to the Jaguar. So, hope you enjoyed. Have a great day. Have a great week.